Hello everyone, today we're playing Wrack. Wrack is a game that advertises itself as an arcade FPS, an old Doom-style FPS. And as you may be able to tell from that title screen music, it's an alpha. So I assume that once the full game comes out, that placeholder title screen music will be replaced with something different. This demo is currently, I don't believe, freely available. I think basically the way this works is the Wrack team is going with an alpha funding route, where you buy the game, you get this demo, which consists of 3 levels, and as the dev team creates more content, you automatically get that. So they're kind of going the Minecraft route. I think that's how that works. And the reason I have it is because the lead on the dev team asked me to take a look at it, and I figured, well, I do like Doom-style FPSs, so sure, why not? We'll take a look at it. So what we notice right off the bat, there are 4 difficulty levels, with the hardest one being the tantalizingly named Bullshit difficulty. I did a video previously, actually, playing on that. And I got past the first level, but died a whole bunch on the second level. And I was about to upload that video, but I figured, no, we're not doing that. I'm going to go back into this, and I'm going to beat that second level. Probably will die horribly on the third, but I'm going to beat that second level. Alright, so basically this is how it works. We move real fast, Doom style. No realistic motion here. Rather, we're just running around everywhere at 200 miles an hour. We start off the game with this glowing Tron sword. It's pretty effective. And as far as I can tell, what bullshit difficulty means is the characters move very fast, and I think they do more damage. They don't respawn, which is good. I was kind of worried that that might be the case. Alright, we also got jumping. This game has more jumping in it than I would have expected from an old-style FPS. I was never a fan of jumping puzzles in first-person shooters, just because that the perspective does not allow you to get enough visual information to really navigate jumps very well. But this game does try to integrate platforming into it a lot more than you might see from other FPSs. So it is trying to mix 2, I guess, retro genres together, Doom-style FPSs and platformers. And it may sound strange to say that a style of FPS is retro, but I guess since it's a style of game that we don't really get too much anymore, I guess it qualifies. The graphics are pretty colorful. They, well, I was about to say cel-shaded, but no, hold on. Is anyone else there? I think that's everyone. I was about to say cel-shaded, but I don't think it's cel-shading. It's more like everything has a like a black outline around it, like you see the sword there. And it kind of gives everything sort of a cartoonish look, which is pretty nice. Got a flying platform here. Moving platform, very, again, platformer-ish. If we survive long enough, we will see some more elaborate jumping that's needed. Alright, let's go into this elevator. It's out of order. Got a shotgun. And hold on, got, yeah, enemies teleporting in. It's pretty doomish. Oh. Even though the enemies die really quickly on this difficulty, they can kill you very fast. Especially since the speed of their projectiles goes so fast on this difficulty. That's hard to dodge. I could dodge it pretty easily on hard, because I did try playing it on hard before. And I didn't have a problem with that, but hold on, we got a mini-boss. Hello. Alright, so this guy is kind of interesting. You can see he sort of follows us back and forth here. And he shoots out a line of shots that we have to either jump over or dodge under, or crouch under. So he's sort of like a platformer boss, which is kind of interesting. It's a little bit different what you usually see in an FPS, I suppose. I notice that those guys are popping 50 points when I kill them with the sword. I don't know if the points do anything. You can see the score counter in the upper left-hand corner. I don't know if getting a lot of points will end up giving me anything, or if it's just there just for the sake of score. First time I played this game, I wasn't sure if I could make this jump. So let's see. Yeah. We do have a pretty long jump here, a deceptively long jump, actually, if we get up to speed. I do like how there is the opportunity for melee in this game, because the sword is pretty strong. It's stronger than our handgun, and I think it might be stronger than the shotgun. Because I do like melee in FPSs. I like that in Hexen. I think it's pretty neat when good melee shows up in an FPS. I kind of like it. But anyway, here's an untextured box. I assume that's a placeholder for something that'll be added later, because if we get that... Yes, thank you. Showing me the sword, the Tron sword. If we pick this up, we get the Doom Sphere. Didn't look like a sphere. And enemies teleport in to tell us how happy they are that we got that. They're here to congratulate us. Let's receive them. The Doom Sphere, it powers up all of my weapons and turns the screen red. So it's kind of like the Berserk pack in Doom, except instead of just powering up the punch, it powers up everything. However, it can also kind of be a liability, I think, because it doesn't increase your defense or anything. So you might get it and go into a bunch of enemies thinking you're invincible, but they'll kill you just as quickly as they would otherwise. See, look how fast those shots are coming in. Even though they're projectiles and not hit scan, they're still really fast and would be difficult to dodge if I was up close. One thing I noticed, I haven't seen it yet, I saw it just once when I was playing before, is that this game has the old Doom thing where if an enemy shoots another enemy, they could start fighting. Alright, was able to do that without having to wait for that platform to come back. I saw that happen once, with one of those crawlers started fighting one of the shooting aliens. Okay, yep, this guy again. He's back for more. I do have a good deal of health, so let's see if I can not waste it. And he has some new tricks. Okay, yeah, that didn't work out well. Yeah, those purple shots home in. Kind of want to stand next to a wall while he's doing that. Jump over it. Okay. Almost, just if I can hold out. Almost. Okay, there we go. Alright, level 1 done. I think we were a little late with the action movie hero thumbs down gesture. We should have done that before the boss died so we could have shown him how bad we are. Now no one's watching. Pro tip. Self-depreciating humor. Or deprecating, however you pronounce that. Okay, so we got these vats, and I'm assuming we don't want to shoot those with us right next to them. Yeah, so this is the level that I died a whole bunch on. Oh yeah, you see the enemy shots killed that one guy. And in this game, there are checkpoints in the levels. So if you get to certain points and you die, you will start at a checkpoint. But it can be a while before you get to those checkpoints. And especially on this difficulty, it's easy to die before you get to one. Alright, we have two ways we can go. What are you supposed to select to be in charge of the development of the robots that jump in and out of lava? It doesn't seem like a very fulfilling job. I mean, someone's in charge of the metal suits that the aliens wear to survive in this atmosphere. You know, I can see that being a job that you can really get behind, but when they tell you that it's your job to... hold on. Alright, so we got these big robots, and they can kill you very quickly, but they're slow, so I find the sword works very well. Yep, see, that one's down already. As far as I can tell, the sword is stronger than any of the guns that I have. So like I said, I do like it when melee combat is a valid option in an FPS. Yeah, those armored suits don't seem to do a whole lot, though, do they? In terms of protection. And I don't think there's any kind of body damage in this game. Like, I don't think you get additional damage for getting headshots. I think it's just you hit an enemy anywhere and it does the same amount. Okay, yeah, this is another enemy that I have a lot of problems with. That turret right there. Doesn't take a whole lot of shots to kill, but the problem is that I usually don't see them until it's too late. They kind of blend in. Alright. Here's a little bit more of a involved jumping. Yep, increased your score. To what end? I don't know. But maybe it does something. Actually, even though I'm talking about how difficult it is to dodge shots and how fast it is, I do prefer playing it on this. Just because it makes things a little bit more tense and kind of means you can't just rush stupidly head-on into things the way I will usually do. Ah, myself stuck in a corner. Oh, okay, this room seems perfectly innocent. No, nothing hiding behind the columns, though. There's still the opportunity for enemies to teleport in once I press this button. Let's see. Yep. I know a monster closet when I see one. The music is, again, kind of reminiscent of Doom. It sounds like something that you might get from from those games or games that came out in that time period. Okay. Was there anything else in here? It didn't look like there was. As opposed to, say, when Quake came out, that started a trend for FPSs to have music that was more atmospheric than anything else, as opposed to melodic or anything. Even with even Doom 3. Hold on, might have a problem here. Okay, they went up the elevator. Even Doom 3 went with an atmospheric soundtrack, which, I mean, can work. There's nothing wrong with it. What? Oh, that. Yeah, he came. Yeah, enemies can fall off of ledges if they want to come after you. They. Oh. This is no good. Just turned around. Yeah. So things went from good to bad pretty quickly. I'm not going to go down there to get that money. I don't have any problems with the controls. The movement is very smooth. I have no problems with that. I have no problems with the aiming. Even aiming at large distances has not really been a problem or anything. Looks like we got a new enemy with purple armor, and he fires purple shots. And if we remember, the purple shots that the boss shot were homing. But really not much of a big deal if you can get him with the sword. I mean, yeah, that guy actually was tougher than the other enemies we've been fighting. But you wouldn't know it since we hit him with the sword. Alright. Teleporter takes us back to the beginning, and here's the room where some of these bars went down. You can see that there's a door behind it. So there were two ways to go. We went that way. Let's try down this way then. Criticisms I would have for this game so far. I don't know if the team behind the game are looking for criticisms, but that's kind of what I do. I would say the setting's kind of boring. It's not really anything to look at, and these enemies are not really interesting either. I mean, I don't know about you, I'm not really interested in aliens wearing armor, or at least ones that look like that. Spider robots are kind of interesting, since they evoke fear spiders. But I mean, if you're thinking about interesting looking enemies, well, I mean, obviously the game that this is taking from is Doom, and Doom had... One thing you can't say about Doom is that the enemies were boring. The whole techno-demon thing that they had going on, combination of... that weird combination of organics, technology, and just ugliness and meat was an interesting thing. And when I'm looking at what this game has so far, gameplay, no problem. I think the gameplay is actually very good. It's very smooth. Hold on. Oh, two health. The gameplay is very smooth. No trouble there. It looks all right. The sort of cartoonish look they have going on with the black lines. I think that's all right. I just don't see too much here that's interesting to look at. I think this sword's pretty interesting, because I like the Tron look that they have going on, but I don't see anything else around that really matches up to this, so I kind of wonder why does this sword look like that, when nothing else around in the level does. Okay, now I have to be very careful. have to take it slow. I don't like taking it slow. I would also suggest perhaps the devs should not have the game start with the title screen music from, I think that, what was that, Mega Man 9, if I remember right? Because it kind of, what that kind of tells you, like when you see that, it kind of makes you think this is a fan game, and it's not. It's supposed to be, you know, a real legitimate game. You need some health. All right, we got some lava down there. I'm gonna try to do a jump diagonally like this so I don't overshoot. All right. Probably would be better to not have a title screen that says that this game might suck. Doesn't exactly inspire confidence. I know it's just humor, but I mean, hey, if you don't believe in the project, then why are you making it? Ah. It's another thing I have some trouble with when I go into these crowded rooms is I'll be concentrating too much on my target, not looking at anything else that's coming at me. It's just a good thing I have so many bullets. Because there's really... The shotgun really, I don't think, would be very effective at that long range. And I probably would want to save the shotgun shells for when I was up closer to anyone. Also, a storyline isn't, you know, necessary in a game, but having some sort of premise presented to maybe make it a bit more interesting as to why you're doing what you're doing, it couldn't hurt. I mean, you can, like I said, I believe you can read a story on the website, but maybe trying to find some way to integrate it into the game. I don't mean to have like long cutscenes of dialogue, but at least something to set up the action. Oh, it looks like I got almost all my health back, so that was a close one actually. Though I could lose it very easily as well. I could lose it very quickly. All right, so we saw that the goal when I went the first way was to hit a button that brought some bars down back at the beginning of the level. So hopefully the other button will be around here somewhere. And also not a lot of enemy variety as of yet. I mean, again, I know it's an alpha. But really all we're fighting have been the same, you know, spider robots, the weaker shooting aliens and the stronger shooting aliens, and on occasion we've seen the purple armor guy. I think we only saw him once though. And we saw those two big robots. I know it's just a second level too. Still, wouldn't hurt to switch things up a little bit. Okay, that's not opening. Okay, we saw a button before, right? Yeah. Alright, that room. I don't have a good feeling about that room. It seems too wide open, and there's a button on the other side of it. So maybe we can just run in and run back and see what happens. Okay, there is a purple guy, and okay, yep. I think we should have enough space to take on these guys here, though. Yeah, 1 done. 2 done. Alright. Doing okay. I'm doing much better than I did before. Now, where did that... okay, yeah, the other door would have opened up here. Okay. I do like one-shotting guys with this sword. Alright, that's right, we picked up some pulse cells before as well, but we haven't seen anything that might use them. We have not gotten any kind of energy weapon or anything as of yet. So maybe that'll be forthcoming. Alright, we're back at the beginning, and let's see what's behind this door. Alright. Anyone here? Something in the middle of the room. Pretty wary of picking up what's in the middle of the room right now. What's this? Okay, that apparently activated a bunch of enemies coming in. Okay, and I died. Where do I start? Oh, okay, I think we start right here. Okay, so I might want to pick up that. Yeah, that looks like a gun. It's probably going to use, yeah, the pulse stuff we've been picking up. Okay, nothing teleported in. Alright, so I guess we have it at our leisure to push this switch and use this. And, okay, yeah, this gun is straight up the plasma rifle from Doom. Oh. I just saw the guy to my side at the last second. Oh, I start with the gun, too. Alright, let's try that again. Even though I'm dying, I'm feeling pretty good about this because we hit that checkpoint, so we start right here, even though we're dying. Alright, yeah, here we go. Yep. And actually, as powerful as that gun is, was that as... Did we kill that thing any shorter than with our sword? No, I mean, that seemed like... Oh, hold on. Okay. Let my eyes off the, let myself lose attention. Okay, so I think that we have lives in this game. In the upper left-hand corner, it says we have 2 lives left. So I gotta stop screwing around, and I'm sure we're at the end of this level. This has got to be the last thing before the level ends. Right? This definitely seems like an end-of-level thing. So let's try to not screw up and actually beat this level. I don't know what's going to happen when I get to level 3. I imagine that's probably going to be a mess. But at least we can finish this one. Alright, what comes next? These guys. Purple guys with the homing things. Alright, anyone else? Anyone else? No, that's it. That's all. I think we're done. Yeah. Yes. Alright, so level 2, a lot harder than level 1. There wasn't really a boss. But there was sort of a little boss arena right there. And the par time, 9 minutes 30. I went way over. I did kill everything in the level, though. Okay, points do something. Get an extra life for every 50,000. Actually, yeah, that would explain something. It did seem like we had more lives than we started with before. Alright, level 3. And I think this is the last level in the demo. Oh, hold on. Brought down the console. Didn't want to do that. I don't really have any illusions about being able to beat this one, since I don't actually know what's going to happen. But I figure we'll just get as far as we can with the 2 lives we have. See, I think that when you lose all your lives, you begin back at the beginning of the level, even if you hit a checkpoint. The inclusion of lives seems pretty strange to me in an FPS. I don't really know why they do that. And you can see what I mean by turrets being a big problem for me, because I don't see them until they start firing. Alright. Okay, this thing looks like... Oh, hello. So hit from... Yeah, I was hit from behind. This thing look... Where did those coming from? Yeah, well, this thing looks like those bars that we dropped down before in the previous level. So I guess we're going to be coming back here. Okay, we have 2 ways we can go. This looks like it's probably going to be a door at some point. More blue bars. I guess we'll have to remember that. I don't know how large the finished game is supposed to be. What kind of scale they have in mind. We saw that there intends to be 3 episodes. We saw that on the title screen, but how large is each episode supposed to be? Well, if it's taking from Doom, Doom did have 8 normal levels and 1 secret level per episode, so maybe it's going to be like that. That homing shot only homes in like a little bit. So it seems like kind of like the Revenant's missile. If we think about it like that, probably shouldn't be too difficult to dodge. Alright, that's not opening. Is it? No, it's not. You know, you would think if these aliens are invading Earth, they might want to look into, you know, bulletproof armor. Did they not do any research into Earth before they invaded? They didn't know that the primary weapon on Earth are projectiles, little metal projectiles. It seems like that would be a good thing to look into. You know, if you're invading Earth, what do you suppose the Earthlings are going to fight us with? I mean, I don't expect them to be able to predict the sword, because I don't know what this Tron sword is about. I'm glad I have it, but I don't know what it's about. But you would think that, you know, they would know. Hey, guns. You're going to be guns. You should probably develop some armor that can protect from guns. And what purpose does the lava serve? I expect that the aliens would probably die if they fell in lava themselves, so I don't think that's helping anyone. Alright, we got another untextured cube. What might this be? Turbosphere. Oh, turbosphere means we run real fast and we get motion blur. Not sure if the enemies are slower while I speed up. They might be a little bit slower. Oh. Alright, that was my own fault. I decided I just wanted to rush in with the sword. And we start back at the beginning. Alright, so I think that's probably enough of Wrack. Because you don't really want to watch me play through that again to get to the point where I died. I only have one life left, and what that probably means is that it's likely that I'm going to die again on this level, which will lead to a game over, and have to start from the beginning of the level again. So let's not bother with that, and let's just say we'll end the demo here. That seems like long enough. So, like I said, what I think about it is it's a well-playing FPS. It's very smooth. I have no problems at all controlling it. Aim is good. Mouse controls are good. So I think that there's a good core there. What I'm seeing in terms of visuals, in terms of design, I'm not thinking is very interesting. Yes, I do think the sword is interesting. Thank you for showing me that. I don't think a lot of what else I've been seeing has been all that interesting. A lot of it seems kind of generic as far as the aliens and robots go. And I think that can be a big problem since FPSs, there's a lot of them. So you kind of have to get the design up to the point where it's standing out from a lot of what's out there. But like I said, I think there's a good core. I think the game plays very well. I like what they're going for. I do like the old-style Doom FPS. I do like the style of music. I think the idea of trying to combine it with platformers is an interesting one, even though I'm not sure how well that'll work in terms of jumping puzzles in an FPS. But anyway, that's what I think about the game. That's Wrack. If you're interested in what you saw, like I said, I'll put the website name in the video description. I think it was wrackgame.com, and you can take a look at it if you want. And like I said, they're doing sort of an alpha funding thing where if you buy it, you get this, and then you continue to get content as the dev team makes it. So, that's Wrack. Yeah, it's very impressive.